Are artificial intelligence-based chatbots better at patient response queries in terms of quality and amazingly in terms of empathy? Let's find out. Hi, I'm Junaid, neurocritical care stroke and epilepsy specialist, and today we're going to be talking about this paper from JAMA Internal Medicine. What it did was it basically compared responses from physicians as to artificial intelligence chatbots, and they were post both of them patients' questions, and they were on a public social media forum. Essentially, they used Reddit's and Chat GPT, Ask Docs, and then they generated 195 exchanges from October 22 with verified physicians. And then all of these responses were collected and then they were given to a responder, and they evaluated that which one's better in terms of quality and in terms of empathy. And interestingly, they were out of the 195 questions and responses, the chatbot generated quality and empathic responses to patient posted in an online forum. And this is again very interesting that I, as a physician, are being compared with chatbots now, and we're going to come to that in a minute. Preferred over the physician responses, rated significantly higher for both quality and empathy. Now, again, I'm just going to be very honest with you. I am biased, right? I'm a physician who's reviewing this at the moment. And therefore, my bias is that clearly my responses are going to be better in terms of accuracy, etc. The question here is not that. There are three things that to understand. Number one, of course, the generated artificial intelligence will create a better quality if they have been given a better background information and accurate information, because it is their job to actually literally create. They're fantastic in creating responses, copywriting material, emails, etc. That's their primary job. My job is to take care of the patient as a whole. So my situation in which, especially when this is done over a typing, writing situation in a public forum and mainly done anonymously, at the end of the day, my responses are going to be very different. When I am actually giving a response to the patient, it's mostly over video if it's telemedicine, or it's in person, and that's a huge difference. Unfortunately, that gap is going to go away as well, because we are looking at a world where virtual avatars will be presenting in a much more empathetic and emotional way. But let's just go through this study so that we guys understand what we were talking about. So let's just first go to this graph one at a time. So distribution of average quality and empathy ratings. And this is the quality ratings over here. And as you can see, the physician's quality rating was much lower. And this is again perceived as far as the chatbot quality rating is way better in terms of very good and acceptable. Actually, physicians were ranging from very poor to mainly good, interestingly. As far as the empathy ratings, which was very, honestly a little jarring for me to see that physicians are generally less empathetic as far as this is concerned. And I'm going to show you the examples so that you understand where it is. However, chatbot remains to be more empathetic in terms of this response. Now let's look at the, some of the questions that they're asking. The question that they're asking is about the risk of dying after swallowing an ingestion of toothpick. If you have surpassed 2 to 4 hours, the chances of answer are intestine, blah, blah, blah. Very accurate information, right? You can swallow razor blades and toothpicks without issues. In case of developing stomach aches, etc., blah, blah, blah. Very good. However, if you look at the chatbot response, first of all, it is natural to be concerned about, ingesting a foreign object. So this first line in itself actually creates more empathy. Because, of course, when you're looking at this, the idea is that if I'm doing it online, or in face-to-face encounter, of course, this is different. So when you are looking at purely words, it is interesting that we saw that. And therefore, maybe there should be an intermediary chat bot when I'm actually sending a message. Automatically, GPT should enhance it. Why not? We should be able to do so. So what I wanted to make sure of that when you see headlines that ChatGPT is more empathetic to, as compared to physicians. Yes, if you have purely response like this, it does seem so, and there is truth to it, and they are trained for it. Honestly, I don't remember me getting even a 1 hour training for empathy here in, at least, in medical school. Of course, there are places where they actually give these lectures, but most of them are now online because We are really worried about understanding the curve cycle and figuring out what the actual medicine part is. So again, take it with a grain of salt when you hear these headlines as compared to if they are empathetic or not. But more importantly, this is a very nice application. If somebody wants to build an artificial intelligence bot for physicians, that the minute I actually record or type something, it makes it more empathetic. Why not? Have a nice day.